Good to see you.
How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. Good to see you again. I'm intrigued to learn a bit more about how you work with Ryan because you're going to be based in Devon and Tunbridge Wells and going between the two and working together on it. Tell us about the process of what you're going to do.
Yeah, so for this year, obviously, my focus is still Beechwood.
Yeah.
I'm still there. I'm still coaching. Ensuring our own coaching staff are up to speed with what we want. But I will be liaising, obviously.
Yeah.
With Ryan and discussing what our needs are, what we want from the programme. We're fortunate to have Ryan on board.
Yeah.
He brings a lot of experience.
Yeah.
What he's good at is he believes in what we do, which is the individual development side of the game. And he's a nice person, which is important.
That always helps,
right? Yeah. You have to be approachable.
Of course,
with what we are trying to achieve and what we're trying to do, we have to be approachable. We've got to have that time to speak to parents, give them that one-to-one detail about their child, because ultimately they're paying to come into our football programme and they're trusting us to develop their child. So that's really important for us that we have the right person on board.
Yeah.
So,
and do you discuss coaching programs? I mean, that's all part of your training, but the best, and are they bespoke to certain groups of children or groups of people, or is it just a program that's across all of them?
So the ethos is what we built up last year. So the ethos is there. That's the individual development. We've got a whole training program in place, which is like a blueprint almost that we can take.
Right.
It doesn't mean it's set in stone, and we're not closed-minded. We're open-minded. So if Ryan's got ideas and he comes to us and we think it works, we'll adjust and we'll change with it for sure. In terms of the program, how it works, I mean, we discussed this before. It's very individualized. So yes, we have our group sessions and our small group sessions, but they also have their individual sessions, right? And that's to develop their strengths and weaknesses as players. And that goes all the way from their physical to their mental to their technical and tactical development.
Yeah. There's so much involved in it.
Yeah.
And just quickly touching on Beechwood and how it's progressed, if we can, because I'm intrigued because we did it the podcast about it last time. What's been the successes there? How have you got to where you are?
I just think what we're offering is unique. I think the program spoke for itself. So every time we do a tour and we show them what we're doing, the video, it's quite refreshing for a lot of the parents. For the odd few, it doesn't work because their child just wants to go and play football and play lots of games. But for those who've really got some serious intent in terms of maximising their potential, it's refreshing for the child and the parent. All of a sudden they're getting this. I always say it's a professional academy experience they're gaining with us. We're a training hub. We've talked about them obviously getting their games externally. They will get the odd game with us, but they're actually getting a professional academy experience with us. And that's what they like, and it's not impacting too much on their education, which is another tick in the box for the parent. So far it's been so well received. It's a breath of fresh air for the parents for sure.
What sort of how many people come along? Is it the quantities of children that are actually enrolled on the programme?
Yeah, so Beechwood and Trinity will be the same. We'll have a limit. We're not a numbers game, right? We're not about saying we want hundreds of kids. Keep bringing kids. We are selective in terms of the football side of the game. So there's a trial they have to partake in. And if they don't make the grade, then obviously we don't bring them in. And it's like I say to any parent, I've said it before, what I don't want is a group of kids where there's one kid picking his nose in the corner and I'm spending my time with him. So
it demotivates.
Yeah, it demotivates the rest of the squad. So it's important that they're all like-minded, they're all of a similar level, and that way it drives the group up and it creates that elite environment, which is really what we want. And so for Beechwood, it's like year 7 is 7 boys. Year 8, 7 boys. Year 7 girls is the same. So it's just that's the sort of the small numbers we're looking at. And that way it keeps the product.
And you can really concentrate on each person, can't you? And because it has to be a bit bespoke, I suppose. And that's really important. And you've obviously been down to Trinity. You've seen the facilities. You must be impressed with it. It's like to make a decision for it to happen.
Absolutely, the view is outstanding.
Is it?
Right? Unbelievable. So. It's a safe environment, which is important, especially for the boarding side. Like you've got to be happy your kid's going somewhere. So it's very safe. In terms of the facilities, we'll build, like we have at Beechwood, a brand new strength and conditioning gym. So that will be built in the next couple of weeks. That should start up. We'll redo the pitches. We'll get all the brand new box goals. We'll put in a 4G, hopefully. So the facilities will be what we need.
Okay.
Just the same as Beechwood, great facilities, great staff, great product.
Do you think, maybe I need to talk to Greg about this, you go to another one and do another one? Or plans about that?
Maybe one day. I think we got to get these right. What we don't want to do, and we've said it, is sometimes companies grow too quick, right?
Yeah.
And then you lose and dilute the whole product.
Get too greedy. Yeah.
And that's not what we're about. We want to maintain this product, because ultimately that's what the children and the parents want. If they've got an elite product and we're not overcrowding it, like I said, it's small numbers.
Yeah.
If we wanted to be greedy, we would be taking 20, 30 kids in each year growing group. But it's not what it's about for us. You know, we all need to earn a bit of money, of course, but ultimately we're also driven by developing players
and the success of it,
and that's how we judge our success. I've said that to you before. We don't judge our success on winning games. We judge our success on developing players to reach their full potential, whether that's professional football, I don't know, American scholarship, Loughborough, or just playing a good level of football, and then maybe they want a career out in football. It might be S&C, they might want to be business in football, they might want to be a football coach. So we just help them get to where they want to get.
And also you support them afterwards as well. So once they leave the school, you can then call upon them, see how they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. They can speak to us. Yeah, they speak to us all the time. Probably to our detriment, but our phones are always open and emails, so we
get WhatsApps at 5 a.m.
Exactly, you'll get WhatsApps, emails at night. But again, to us, it's that personal touch, and that's what the parents want to be able to call you and speak to them, because I've got children. I mean, if I could call someone up and just ask how my child's doing, my youngest loves music. If I could call the music teacher up and say how they doing. It's great. Exactly, and that's what we want to give.
Nice. Well, thanks, Matt. That's really cool. Really exciting to hear about Trinity and about what you're doing with it. And thanks, Ryan. Thanks for coming in, and thank you, Greg, as well, who's just popped out, I think. We'll hopefully do another podcast, maybe in 6, 7, or 8 months, and just so we can talk about how it's been going and the development of it. Because I'm really keen to see if anyone is interested. And obviously, get in touch with Matt, Greg, or Ryan. You can go to the Trinity website. Is it Trinity? What's the website for it?
Trinity School. They can find it on Google. I'm not too sure.
Okay, well, you can Google it. Trinity School.
And the brochure will be on there, so you'll be able to click on the brochure, and there'll be links there. Then you can submit requests.
And I'll put all the details underneath this podcast. So, thank you once again, and we'll see you all for another podcast soon.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.